So yeah, hello everyone. In this video, I will continue from the last part, which when I was discussing to writing a program convert a floating point number into an integer number. So in that program, there was some errors. So what were the errors? The variable names was not defined correctly. Here I was written num1 and num2. So the constants were used, and here some dilemma will be created has been created by the compiler that we have to convert floating into int. So some fishy errors were coming, so I decided to change the name of the variables, and so I did, and now it is correct program. So I will explain it from the starting now. So the float data type will be used. The variable name is fnum, and the pointer name is asterisk symbol reference pfnum, which is equal to and fnum int num second number, which is for int data type. We have to convert float into int, so this is the int part. Int num, then asterisk symbol p num, that is the pointer variable, is equal to and num. Now printf enter the floating point number. So here the floating point number will be stored in that pointer, and from that pointer to that particular variable. Now we have to convert this float pointer number into integer pointer number. So we will use typecasting. So here we will write the integer pointer is equal to int, and now this is the main typecasting. Here this is the main typecasting, and now here the floating point number, that is uh, pointer pfnum. Okay, now printf the the integer equivalent of percent dot one f. Here I want only one number from after the decimal in the right side of floating point number, so I write percent dot one f is percent d, that is the formatted specifier for the int data type. And now here it is the name of the pointer variable of the floating point number, and here is the name of the pointer variable of integer, that you can see it pnum for integer and pfnum for floating point number. Here it is written. At last return 0, and now we go to the execute option, and here we will write we will click on compile option. Now you can see that there is no errors and there is no warning, so now we can clearly go we can clearly run the program. So now you can write any number, like any number after decimal, whichever you want. And now after pressing enter, you will see the integer equivalent of 3 uh, 7377.3 is 37377. After the decimal part is first calculated approximately, and now it is removed the decimal part because the typecasting was used in. Okay, now the next question is to calculate, or we can say that to find out which is the biggest number out of three numbers. Okay, we can use ternary operators in it, or we can use normal variables in it. So in this video, I will use only normal variables, and in next video, I will use ternary operators and other logic too. Okay, so yeah, so let's start using pointers. So we write the first data type int, and the number one is num1, the number second is num2, and the third number is num3. Now we have to declare the pointer variable. So asterisk symbol ptr num1, ptr num2, and that is the last one, ptr num3. So now we have to relate the pointer variables to the normal variables, that is ptr num1 is equal to num1, and the second one is the ptr num2, which is equal to the second variable, and at last ptr num3 is equal to num3. Okay, I hope this is clear to each and every one of you. Now we have to take in the values of the number from the user. So we write slash n for new line and enter first, second, and third number. Okay, yeah. So scanf, and here percent d, then again percent d, format specifier for the int data type. And now we are using pointer variables, so where there is no need to use the address operator. So ptr num1, ptr num2, ptr num3. Okay, So now we have to use nested if else condition to analyze which one out of three numbers is bigger. Okay, so if pointer ptr num1 is greater than ptr num2, I hope you understanding this, and this is the AND operator. If both the conditions of wait a second, ptr num1 is greater than ptr num3. So what I was saying is, if both the condition, that is the first number is greater than the second number, okay, and the first number is also greater than the third number, so here AND operator means that if both the conditions are true, then the statement inside the if statement will be executed. If any one of the condition is not true, for example, if a is greater than b, okay, but a is not greater than c, it means that c is greater than a. Okay, so yeah, so it will goes to the nested if else loop, or we can say that nested if else condition. If there is a certain number of if else, then we cannot say that is a loop. If there is infinite number, so we can say that it's a loop. So yeah, and then we use printf to show to the user percent d is biggest out of 3. Okay, and what are the three? We don't need to write it, so we just have to write the number which is the biggest number, that is the a first number. So here pointer ptr num1. Okay, then nested if else condition, else if ptr num2, the condition of num1 was already checked now, and now it comes to the second one, that is ptr num2 is greater than ptr num3. Printf slash n percent d is biggest out of 3. So here the logic is b is greater than a and b is also greater than c. So out of 3, b is the greatest. So here the pointer will be ptr num2. Okay, yeah. So, and the last else condition, if neither a is greater than b nor b is greater than c. Okay, so what means? It means that c is greater than both a and b. So we just have to write printf percent d, I'm sorry, percent d is biggest. And what is percent d? That is the third number, and that is p wait a second, ptr num3. Okay, and at last we use return 0, and now we go to the execute icon option. Here we compile it. As you can see that there is no errors and there is no warnings, so we can clearly go to run the program. So run. Here you can see that enter the first, second and third number. So first number is 63, second number is 321, and the third number is 5332. Here you can clearly see that 5332 is the biggest out of all the three numbers. So this program is correct. I hope this was an informative video and you learned about this concept. Okay, so yeah, so let's meet in next video. Thank you very much everyone.